Aloha! I'm hoping there's some people. Oh, I've lost my chats. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, there we are. I hope everybody's doing well. And aloha! Welcome back to Psychic Sisters First Friday. I'm Betsy Palmer, medium, and this is my sister, Penelope Gordon, animal communicator. Aloha, Pen.
Hi from Seattle area.
You're from Seattle. I'm in Maui. Yeah. So as you guys know that we were doing Psychic Sisters pretty regularly. And then life, of course, restarted, rebooted. So we've been trying to get back into it. Last month with Mercury retrograde didn't work out. There was so many glitches in the thing between StreamYard and my tech skills. It just didn't happen. So apologies if anyone missed that chat. But here we are this time. So, hey, how are you today, Penny?
Oh, I'm amazingly happy this morning.
There we go. Yeah. So we've both had some challenges here and there during our week. Oh, and here's Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. Welcome. How are you today? Yeah, we both had some challenges in the week, but the important thing is getting ourselves regrounded and being able to get back into our center, right?
Exactly.
So I know the things that I do for centering. What are some of the things that you do for centering?
Well, I really believe that just the thought that something might help you to feel grounded or more safe or more secure and in a form of a ritual is amazing. So I like to sage because that always gives me a fresh scrub feeling in my space. Anything that I've drug home that I don't want to deal with. I like, let's see, what else do I like to do that's really, I choose my jewelry and the rocks that I carry specifically for grounding. And I've been wearing my galena in my bra all week.
Wow.
Yes, it's amazing for that. And I actually have a sage mister at work that contains sage and other essential oils and some amethyst crystals. So
there we go.
It's really, it's a rough week at work when your boss tells you, go ahead, throw some curses. Go ahead. Prayer, do something, Penny. And someone says, someone else has requested some sage spray. So I go around and sage the building. I say prayers. I do physical grounding like I do for my meditations. Because I think that even the perception that someone is assisting you is assistance.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think too. And hang on one sec, Kyle. I've seen your questions popped in. Penny's witch hat is in process, and I had a major purge last month. I took so much stuff to the resale shop, the consignment shop, and unfortunately that was one of the things that went. So, well, a couple of them, because I had a couple witch hats that I took. So there won't be hats today.
I'm working on mine today. Mine has to be ready for tomorrow because.
Okay, so wait. Let's finish up. Let's go back to grounding, centering, because I love it that you're doing this at work. And because we're also doing that at my workplace. I brought in a few crystals at my workplace, which, if you don't know, is a fine jewelry store. And they started making a difference right away. And then I took my bells not too long ago. And then my boss brought a candle. So we both And we drop essential oils around. And we have 3 little stations for essential oils. So that's what we're doing too. We are, lemon seems to be working really good for oils for us.
Ooh,
And so we light the candle, we say our intention, and we ring the bells before work every day. And yes, it's making a difference. Everything feels really lovely in the store.
I know. Even my doctor will ask for a spritz of, a spritz occasionally. She goes, "Do that, do your spritz," and I will. And it's just amazing how even the perception of prayer or assistance changes people's mood. And it's just the idea that someone's here to support you and help you through.
Yeah. I had this conversation before, a couple of times before, and I know once when I was on Karen Rantowski's podcast,
Nice.
that when you get that thought in your head, oh, I wish I had my black tourmaline in my pocket. That is black tourmaline telling you, hey, call me in, call me in. So I think you can call those things in and sorry, the reflection is driving me crazy. Now everything's a blur, but the reflection. Anyway, so just having the awareness of that helps you call that energy to you. Do you think that? I really think that.
I think so, because I remember having conversations with people saying that once you realize that you can do it, or if someone else can do it, or someone else feels it or thinks that you can do it too. Because the first step in any kind of thing we wish to do is the acknowledgement that we think it's possible. So the acknowledgement that we think it's possible that we can call in the energy of the things we need to us whenever we need them makes it possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there's no limits about what we can call to us when we need, as long as we feel assured that we're able to make that connection.
Yes.
I think where we limit ourselves is, I don't know if this will work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, as someone that's really super sensitive, that I told someone, I said, oh my gosh, I woke up at 2:00 in the morning because I could feel the panic from my job at 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. I had one of those jobs. Interestingly enough, also in the medical field.
Yeah, the medical field for you. So I tried to arm myself spiritually so that I can make it through the day. So I choose my jewelry and my crystals that I take with me to take a positive step to stay calm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I found myself decked out in jade. So green jade ring, Australian jade bracelet. I wear a jade necklace. They're all from different parts of the world.
We're talking about it now, and I forgot my ring. I forgot my bracelet, everything.
And so I just laugh, because I always remember telling people, I'll never be that person.
As the saying goes, never say never.
I know. And all my coworkers are, do you bring any extra rocks? I got crystals today. I have my patients bring me rocks now.
Well, there you go.
And bracelets and things like that, because I wear them and support that. So they're things that are really interesting. So
cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really, we've got Kyle still watching, or somebody's still watching. Somebody popped in and then popped out. Yeah. But
Sarah should be popping in and popping out. She said she'd be able to listen, but she's working.
Yeah, that might have been it. I'm going to do this. I
think Rebecca is in Facebook jail again, so I don't think she's
open for questions. Open for
Oh,
questions.
we should do a grounding since since we're talking about grounding.
Pop it in
Mm-hmm.
to the chat. That way, if anybody comes in, into the vat, I put into the vat. Pop it into the chat.
To put into the cauldron because after all, it is October.
Oh, into the cauldron. Yeah. People may not know what that means, though.
That's true. Well, we don't want to turn anyone off.
For a mini reading. There we go. Okay. Open for questions. Pop it into the chat for mini reading. Okay, so yes, would you like to lead us on a grounding?
Sure, I will attempt that.
I can if you don't want to. I'm always down for it.
You are the best grounder around. So it's always hard to try to do it when you are in my presence. So
Okay.
I will pass to you.
Okay, well then let's just close eyes and take a couple of nice peaceful breaths, whatever that feels like for you. And we will turn our attention inward. And we'll send that attention to our heart space. That beautiful place within us, the seat of love, the homecoming spot that our soul is so happy to find. And while in that heart space, we will notice there's a very bright white light that glows from that place. So imagine now, if you will, that light expanding and filling up your whole being from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and toes with bright white light. Very nice. And pay attention now to what that energy feels like buzzing through your body. We're going to use that to connect with Mother Earth first. We'll send it out through the soles of our feet. Or if you're sitting, you can send that out through your root chakra. So imagine, if you will, gathering up some of that lovely energy and take a nice deep breath in and out. Sending that energy down deep, deep, deep to the very core of Mother Earth. Mother Earth hears our call, and she answers us by sending her unconditional love back to us, up to our soles of our feet, and now coming up higher past our ankles, rising up our legs to our knees, up higher to our hips, starts to rise up our spine and our bellies, past our diaphragms, fills our lungs, and rises up our shoulder blades to the tops of our shoulders, spills down our arms past our elbows and wrists to our fingertips, rises higher again through our throat, all the way up to the top of our head. Good. Now we feel an unbroken connection with Mother Earth. We breathe her in, and she shares our breath, balanced and in harmony. So now we will reach out to Father Sky up in the heavens. This time we will send our energy out through the top of our head, our crown chakra. So imagine, if you will, once again, gathering up some of that energy. Take a nice deep breath in and out, pushing that energy up high into the heavens, calling out to Father Sky. He hears our call, and he answers us, sending down his wisdom and patience through the top of our head, down past our jaw to our neck, begins down our spine to our shoulders, spills down our arms past our elbows and wrists to our fingertips. Now continues down our spine, fills our lungs, and starts to fill our bellies, down past our tailbone to our hips. continues down our legs to our knees and down to our ankles to the tips of our toes. And now we feel an unbroken connection to Father Earth. We breathe him in. He shares our breath as he unites with the Mother within us. And I say the clearing prayer of, Dear Goddess, Mother, and Father God, we thank you for your presence with us now, as you are with us always. We insist that any negative energy in our spaces be gone now to the light and its highest good. We ask that any teachers or guides that come to share their wisdom with us do so now in the beauty way only. We believe and trust in the truth and power of this moment, and so it is. Ah. Oh, here we go.
Weehaw.
Hi, Allie. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here with you. I would love you to read my two doggies, Shih Tzu Zoe and Caramel, who are helping me heal from COVID. My birthday is 9/29/55. Zoe's 7 and are now healing me.
So what color is Zoe?
Yeah, pop that in down below. What color is Zoe?
And what color is Caramel? Because they're kind of blending together for me.
They're coming together as one. You know something? That's not a mistake.
Yeah, they're coming together as one. Oh yeah, joint voice.
That's not a mistake.
Black and white. Okay.
Black and white.
Yeah, Caramel, I guessed, was Caramel. Okay, so I guess it sounds like Zoe is the spokesperson today. Spokes dog, lovely.
The spokes pet.
Spokes dog, spokes pet. Any particular questions? Zoe wants.
Let's one of them. Okay, so Allie says they both nearly died last month and are now healing her. So there was one, I'm going to describe this for you. So save you some, let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. We have some more comments in here. Let's see. She always is. She's the little general Zoe. So one of them had a near miss auto accident. Is the dog aware of anything with this?
Yes. Yeah.
And is it kind of like a no big deal for her?
It's I was gonna go over there and no, I'm not going to. And there's big things that I wasn't really paying attention to. Yes. Let's see.
It
scared her. It did scare her, and she says she's going to be a little bit more wary. But I see that she has a love of, chasing things in the distance. So don't trust that. That's
they're both Shih Tzus, so I'm not sure that they're doing a whole lot of hunting.
Well, some people like to chase. I mean, she has that chase.
Is it not like prey? Is it? It feels to me like it's like squirrel or raccoon, shiny thing.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily. Yeah.
Squirrel.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, Tano. Thanks for joining. We are open for questions. Just question down in the chat, please. Right now, we're doing some pet readings for Heart and Soul Connected Allie. What I'm getting with Caramel is, it happened, but I'm not getting like this. I'm not getting the sense that she felt like it was imminent doom. That isn't coming through for me. Are you getting that?
No,
I don't know that was
she's projecting an invincible aura.
right. Like, okay, happened, no big deal.
Yep.
NBD, no big deal. It happened, and somebody took care of it as they should. Wait, what was that? What was that?
Well, you remember Shih Tzus were temple guard dogs, Betsy.
Yeah,
That is, I mean, for a small dog that is a delightful little lap warmer, they come up with some interesting stuff. I've
they
had
do.
I've had one rocket into my arms.
So here's Caramel. She's so cute. She's new, 10 years old, but was a breeding dog. Yeah.
Oh, well,
And Tana, we're doing animal communication and spirit guides. So that's what's going on today. She had asked if we had a topic.
Oh,
Well,
so
that's funny. She just groaned when you said that. But here's, we're going to go up here. We're going to pop up here to Zoe because I don't want this to get lost in our conversation. She had a near miss with a bird of prey. Somebody tried to carry her aloft.
mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that scared her so much. I mean, if you think about it from the perspective of a small animal on the ground, just the big wingspan above you and the flip, 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 flip noise or the dive when you realize that you were not looking in the right place. She said she's glad to be alive. She said it's not her intention to go yet. She has work to do. Hi, Kara.
She has work to do. Wait, say that again.
Zoe has work to do.
Tell us, Zoe.
Oh, okay. She says she's here to ensure that Allie lives her best life and furthers her soul's purpose. And she's showing me a whip.
That's funny.
Dogs are fierce. So she says that she thinks everything is working out really well. And she's referring to Carmel. As long as Carmel pays attention to her direction, she's welcome. And as far as Allie's concerned, she thinks she's going correctly on the path. And she is very pleased to be involved in her healing. She says that Allie needs to take a few moments occasionally to look at her work-life balance and have some more fun with the dogs.
Yeah, they just told me that Allie, you may need to up some resting periods that that in trying to keep your life in balance and trying to get X amount of stuff accomplished while you're in timeout. They're worried that you're not giving yourself enough just actual physical rest time, which includes the mind, that the body can be at rest. But if you're still typing, if the mind is still focused trying to accomplish a lot of stuff, they're saying that your mind needs a little more rest than what it's getting right now.
And
they're Allie told me, because Allie hosted me on her show just a couple of days ago, and she said they've been laying on her chest.
Well,
they're trying to hold you still. Yeah, okay, they get along, but not with April Joy, the puppy sister.
Well, puppies are annoying. That's what Zoe says. Puppies are annoying.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they're a little the age gap, it's kind of like if an elder was with a teenager. Yeah. There's a little bit of an age gap there that isn't jibing so well, that the young one wants to do and be and explore and perspective of young, and the older ones are like, oh honey, we've done that.
And that's going on at my household. Remember, the same thing. I have a 14 and a 16-year-old cat, and I adopted a 2-year-old cat. And she wants to be a part of everything. And she's doing really well, yet she can be really pushy. And young ones are pushy because they want love and attention. They want to be taken into the family, into the cat family or the dog pack, and they have to earn that. And
Yeah.
it's not that's just not given. And remember, when you're young, patience, well, even when you're old, patience can be short.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to greet Donna Smith very quickly. Um, and Tana says that's how she got here. Cool. Well, thank you.
hi.
Thanks for joining.
Yep.
Um, and let me welcome Meme to you as well as Donna Smith. Good morning. Thanks for joining. We do have a question from Tana we'll be getting to next. So yeah, Allie, I hope that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Work-life balance and the dogs. Yeah. So when the dogs are on your chest, that's your
They
cue.
want you to still.
I have the feeling, hold on, let me pop this down. I have the feeling that the dog is going to lay there until they feel like you've had enough downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that's what pets do when you give them massage or Reiki or myofascial release, whatever. They stand there, they're into it, and then all of a sudden it's just like, okay, I'm done, bye. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Tana wants a message from my spirit guides. Okay.
Was there someone else's question about? Did she have another? Who had the other question about?
Tana's question was first.
Okay. Okay. Oh, good. That's all I needed to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, she was the next one in line was Tana, and then it was Donna was after
Oh,
Tana.
it popped through too fast. So.
Yeah. Okay. Message from my guides. So usually when people want just a general message from their guides, I always say have a pen and paper ready because chances are they're going to assign you homework. If
Yep.
you have a specific message, feel free to pop that in because that's very helpful. If you have a specific question, if not, let's take a moment and see what the guides have to say. Um,
Wow. I
I'm.
know.
You got it already?
I got a very well. I have a friend that lives outside the tree, and so he says, it's time for a seasonal message because he's a tree. So that's a really interesting thought. It's, what are you doing to prepare for the change of the seasons? A lot of times when we move into fall and into the darker times, it's a time for inner reflection. And the question is, what is it what is it that you're not working on that you need to be working on? It's time to take a peek. And it's time to take a peek, be willing to tackle the issues that are holding you stagnant. And this isn't a bad thing. This is a good message. It's time to move forward in your life. Oh,
Um, yeah, that one I because we're reading for you and not for another person.
mm-hmm.
And I don't do any predictions of any sort. Do you, Penny? Yeah, neither one of us really do predictions. So we'd like to
Tough
keep
one.
this focused on you because we don't have that other person's permission to read them. So we're gonna let's go back to the spirit guide message on this one.
So my question always comes to when you're manifesting a companion. Um, this is what the tree is saying. This is when you're manifesting a companion and you're being very specific about what it is that you're willing to allow into your life. Have you become all those things? Like attracts like a lot of times. Um, what are your emotional blocks to getting that relationship? What's prevented you from having that type of person? Yeah, what's prevented you from having that person? And sometimes the best relationships we can have are not necessarily with human beings. If you're looking for unconditional love and loyalty and commitment, sometimes the way to start is with a pet. That's
That's what the tree says. I'm
hey,
I was
in my tree. My tree is pretty wise.
what I got was because I don't read cards for very many reasons, but I always have something beside me. And so I was instructed to hold this and to ask what card they had in mind. And then I was told that
Oh, oh yeah, swords, right?
we're working with, we're working with the Seven of Swords on this one. So here you are, and you have collected a lot of resources, but um, it where are you with how you're collecting these resources? This to me is a little bit of this has a little bit. Okay, so here's okay, that makes a lot of sense to me, because just as this character is tiptoeing away, sneaking away with all of their tools, if anyone's found out that they're gone, is somebody going to be coming after them? And this is about swords, so this is about thoughts. Are your inner things, your shadow work, is this going to be coming after you? I think there's, it feels to me like there's more work to do, internal work, that the person that you're presenting to prospective partners is not the 100% you. That there is a bit of trying to appear to be the person that you think will be received well, and there's a little bit of a disconnect between what's going on with you internally. And just to kind of look at those things and see if you can get them a little bit closer together.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And let's go up to, I hope that helps. So, and like Gerald always says, for entertainment purposes only.
Yep.
And if anybody would like the video down below, I would appreciate it. So Donna says, any messages from my spirit guides on how to allow a better flow of messages from them? I tend to be very cerebral and have a hard time quieting my mind. That's a really great question, Donna. Thanks for, and I'm going to leave it up for just a moment. Because there's actually a book for that.
Yep.
Yeah, I put together a workshop for people who are deepening their intuition and their intuitive skills. So and that was not long before COVID came around. So I didn't have a whole lot of a chance to do too many workshops in live format. But through COVID, my whoops, I always do it backwards. My dear sister saw my workshop exercises and said, well, Betsy, there's the book that you could publish. So it's on Amazon, and it is called You Are Gifted, because people that are opening up their skills sit down and say to me instantly, you're going to think I'm crazy. And I always say, no, you're gifted. So number one thing is what? Grounding, right? It's fun to be up here, out there, tripping around with all the other non-physical entities, but they call it trust your gut for a reason. That's where our intuition lives, is down within our core, right?
Betsy.
Hmm?
Oh, when we were talking earlier, Jessie, my beloved 16-year-old Buddha, was saying that we needed to touch on the space of infinite love and compassion. And this is why, because this is the person this is supposed to go to. when I was learning myself how to connect, I went to the space of infinite love and compassion, because that's where a lot of times where cats spend their time when they're not really sleeping, but they're not really awake. And I would tell you that once you find that space, it is like a mind blower. It really helped me open up my abilities and see things differently. I can't spend hours there. That's not what's necessary. It's what's necessary is to be able to feel the love and the compassion and to bring that back with you and know that you are actually perceiving more than you admit you are, that you know you are.
Right.
Because,
So
mm-hmm.
grounding, centering. I don't know. I'm not sure that Donna got to. I'm not sure if she was here for our whole grounding and centering thing. I do that with every client, every session before doing any kind of work whatsoever. Grounding to connect you to Mother Earth, where our intuition begins, and which goes hand in hand with that space of unconditional love. And here's how it was given to me. The story was, um, the reason we have gravity on Earth. How many planets have gravity? Not a whole lot. We have them because Mother Earth loves us so much. She wants to feel each one of our footsteps on her skin. Great step in love. And also then connecting to the heavens and to Father Sky. And like Penny was talking about, that place of infinite love and beauty. That is love, collective consciousness, the whole bit, right?
Yes.
Where all information lives. So when this becomes a regular part of the practice, grounding and centering, that helps. And then, of course, the clearing prayer to make sure that you set your boundaries about who you're willing to communicate with. You're in the driver's seat. You get to decide this. And I know we're not getting a message from spirit guides here, but this is part of the work I do a lot of. Once you have your grounding and centering and your space is cleared, so you're comfortable and confident that the beings that come through to communicate with you are the type of beings that you wish to communicate with, then my number one tool is automatic writing. Pencil and paper, have the question on there. Is there anything I need to know today? What about you, Pen? What do you do?
Well, geez.
Um,
I spend
the link for Penny's page is in the description.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PenelopeCommunicates.com. So, what was I going to say? I spend a lot of time grounding, and especially when I'm feeling, especially at work, and trying to take that out in the world with me. So I spend a lot of time saging, grounding, and
so what do you do when you're ready to receive a message from your guides?
Oh, well, actually, I do a really different technique that I learned from Asara Lovejoy in the One Command. I roll my eyes up underneath my eyelids like I'm trying to look out my crown chakra. That is how I prep to receive the message, because it drives you a little bit deeper into the theta brain state. It's kind of like you're almost a hypnotic trance. And that's where I get my great information from. You can get information from many different places, like you said. And I would rather stretch a little bit more and get the highest and the best, as some people would say.
So, Donna, are you clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient? Do you see pictures? Do you hear information, whether you hear a voice, an audible voice, or hear words in your head? Or do you just know that you know? Mm-hmm. That helps too, if you know which type of psychic that you are. That's very helpful. And Yeah, if you feel like you want to share that with us, that's great. Um,
And you could be a multiple of those. You don't have to.
yes, indeed.
You see, you can knowing and physical sensations in your body. You can hear things, you can see things, you can smell things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of different ways to connect.
And it depends on who you're connecting to how you get the message too. And what their particular brand of communication is that they think you'll understand.
And I'm also going to mention this. Donna says, I tend to be very cerebral and have a hard time quieting my mind. Word, right? I'm not sure that emptying the mind is the answer for me. I that really isn't. My mind is pretty busy too, so I'm not that great with the empty mind. Which is why in my grounding and centering ceremony, I'm talking the whole time. Yeah. To disengage enough of the busyness in my mind to focus on where I want to be. So when I meditate, I typically do guided meditations with somebody that facilitates, on YouTube. I pop things up. So clairaudient, clairsentient. Okay. And I used to have visions of scrolls and symbols. Oh, well, so you're all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to say going with automatic writing still to get started, because if you're getting a lot of input in different ways, sometimes it can be a little confusing. Sometimes we question whether we're making it up. Yeah. Is this just my imagination or is this actual? So this is for me how automatic writing helped me. And I tell people, once you put that question, is there anything I need to know today? Or right now, whatever. It doesn't matter what you feel as far as the answer. It could be brake pads, sweet potato, cat litter. Just write it down. Doesn't matter if it makes sense initially. Write it down. Instead of thinking that it's important to get an entire thought or an entire comment, whatever you get, write it down. Because what this does is display your willingness to participate to your guides. If they can say something nonsensical and you trust them enough to just inscribe it. I find typically it all makes sense in the end. Yeah. If you've ever said to a room full of strangers, squirrel nutkin, who's got squirrel nutkin? I've got squirrel nutkin here. Anybody? Who's got the squirrel? And to see the look on their faces, but hey, it all works out in the end. Before you know it, somebody's going home with that squirrel.
Yep.
Hi, Sharon. Aloha. Welcome. We're open to a question. So if you have a question, type it in. All caps is helpful, but not 100% necessary. We have a pretty small group right now. Donna, I hope that is helpful. If not, you can pop that into the comments as well. We still have 15 minutes. Okay. Automatic writing. There you go.
Well, there you go. She nailed it. Good job, Betsy. Woohoo.
Yeah, I tell everybody to start with that because we all know how to write. Sometimes with esoteric ritual, not all of us are familiar with it. And if you're a solitary person, wait, hold the presses. Mwah! Aloha, Gerald. If you're a solitary practitioner and you don't have someone in the room with you physically telling you how to do something and how it should feel, well, how do you know?
Well, and that when you're learning animal communication, you always start with something known. So, we always ask the questions that the person that is their companion animal already knows the answer to. What's their favorite spot? What's their favorite toy? Who's their favorite person? And I love to tell the story that I was giving a class at a feed store, and I bring pictures with me in case people don't bring their own, or we don't have enough pictures to go, for everyone to look at. And I also like to bring the known with me so people know for sure that they're getting the message. Phoenix would tell people, my cat Phoenix would tell people his favorite person had long dark hair. He was talking about Rebecca, and has chimed in at the channel. She's my friend used to work at an animal shelter. That's how I got him. And I just love that, because people would say, a person with long dark hair. I just start laughing. I said, that's his Aunt Rebecca. He's lying.
Aloha, welcome. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. We're taking questions. If you have a question, just pop it in down below, and let's come back up to Tana. What my gifts are, or do I have to discover them myself? Sometimes I just know, and I've heard my guides twice. Yeah, this to me, okay. Here's what I'm getting. I'm thinking that this process about finding your ideal mate in the 3D world and the spiritual world is the same path. That this is a lot of developing trust within yourself and following that trust. I think as you develop your relationship with your guides, which is something that you can begin today, there may not be that person in the three-dimensional world that you want to partner up with to practice, but your guides are available to you 24/7, and they're always thrilled when we make any attempt whatsoever to connect with them. So trusting yourself to make that connection with them will also help you get to know a little bit more about the person that you are today, not the person you were in the past, who you are now. I'm thinking that this is something that's going to kind of parallel with your wishes. What'd you get, Pen?
Well, what I got was really important is that putting a name to your gifts isn't necessarily the most helpful. Why don't, remember you're saying, Betsy, to put a name to it limits it.
And to name me is to limit me. Yep.
And the important thing to hear is, if Betsy can do it, I can do it. If Betsy can do it, you can do it. Just know that. And it's just that simple. Don't put a limit on your gifts by naming them. Just explore them.
I love that.
Get to know. And your gifts never stop growing if you don't stop exploring.
Yeah. And I hope that helps.
Yeah, it's like anything else. We go to school to learn to read and write. You have some kind of studying or practicing to get messages and to send and receive, to do all this work. A lot of times we hear things and see things without asking for it. And developing boundaries is a beautiful gift. So, learning to pay attention to what is beneficial in your life. It may be great that you can hear Uncle Morty, who wants to contact his wife Sally, yet in the scheme of life, it doesn't do you any good. So,
I have that agreement with my guides. Not going to do you any good to have a missing person come and walk me through the last hours of their three-dimensional life and show me locations where they are, what happened. It's not going to do you any good for that to come through if the people that need to hear it aren't placed in front of me.
Yes, or they don't show you the pin on the map that it's St. Louis, not New Jersey.
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia?
Right? But that's just it. I am not the one that's going to just randomly call a police station and say, hey, Fred that's been missing for a while. Well, let me, it's not going to be me.
Where he is. It doesn't, I don't get that either. I don't get that. People
always. All right. So we've got another couple of questions in here, and I just, and I want to pronounce your name as Shaylee, but forgive me if I've butchered it. She had a question about her love life, and Rosemarie has a question about her son. So what, my sister and I are both mediums. My sister is an animal communicator, and I am a channel and a medium. So neither one of us do predictions. So we do animal communication and spirit guide communication on this format. So, and we talked a little bit about, a partnering question earlier, but because that other person isn't here to give permission to be read, that is a little bit outside of my comfort zone. And I think the same thing actually would kind of fall into this, about Rosemarie's son, because we don't have his permission to be read. So,
I'm going to tell you with him, I can tell you right now, it's a toss up at this moment.
okay.
That's what I get. He's not sure. There's a lot happening in Mexico that is a little disheartening, would be the easy way to say it, as there is here in America. And I get he's not, there's no set path for him at this moment. That's what I got.
Okay. So do you get it? Okay. I love it. Thank you. I'm so glad you got that. I hope that helps, Rosemarie. Yeah.
Oh, they say that, okay. Where is she currently residing? They want to talk more about her than anything else.
Well, of course, because we're mediums.
Yeah.
So let's yeah. So Rosemary, you can pop that in below, but let's honor let's honor a little bit, because this is going in order. You know, typically we do these random. I just don't want you to think that we've forgotten about you. On this one, I'm feeling like the block is internal. I'm not feeling like the person can't find you. I'm feeling like the person is trying to find you, that this is an internal block. What are you getting, Pen?
Well, I'm simply going to say that our life improves when we do the work that we need to do to draw in the love that we so require or require.
Well, yeah,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it's all.
I'm getting a feeling like the proof is in the pudding. I'll believe in the partner that I desire is out there when he proves to me he's it. And I'm not sure that that is going to be that effective, because I'm thinking that this is going to have an energetic boundary for you, a barrier between the people that you would want to be interacting with, that are going to sense this distance, this withholding back, this stepping back from you, about this kind of wait and see attitude. But what's going to happen is they're waiting to see you too. And if you're waiting to see them, it's becoming a standoff.
It's a stalemate. Energetic stalemate. And
yeah.
Well, just remember that in any relationship, whether it be a workplace, a romantic, or a friendship, no one likes to feel like they have to jump through hoops to get what they need from a partner.
Yes.
And you're asking.
Hang on. We have a reply.
Yep. There we go. I'll stop talking.
Good. I'm glad that helps a little bit. And you're very welcome. And Viviani is here. Hi. Hello. Thanks for coming. Good to see you this morning. Or it could be afternoon. Hang on. I'm just trying to catch up here in the scroll. So just keep on keeping on. I feel like I'm between working on myself forever. Yeah, right. Word. Girl. Every now and then it's just, you know, I'm lucky. I live by the ocean. I live on an island. Thanks God, because this is the one location in the world that when I'm feeling like, am I not done yet? I can just go get in the ocean. And, I can be grumpy for 15 or 20 minutes, but once endorphins kick in, or I see a turtle or a stingray, well, my little problems don't seem so bad anymore. Thanks God, because this is the first location I've ever lived when I could do that.
Well, and just remember that one of the things I've said for a really long time is when we stop growing is probably the day we die.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn.
We have a question from Gerald. And we've got 5 minutes till the hour. We might stay a little bit over, but one of us has to go to their 3D job today. So we're not going to stay too much longer past the hour, gang, but we'll try and get our questions in. Okay.
Gerald. Oh, well, she loves you very much, she says, and she's enjoying her life with you.
I know what I got. She says she wants to up the butte. Or whatever doggy meds you're giving her for the arthritis. She wants more. She says she's, oh wow. Okay, so she knows I have a friend who used to call elderly women pink poodle ladies, delicate flowers that had the highest medication tolerance on the planet. Mm-hmm. That could take a lot of medication and be just fine. Little teeny tiny 80-pounders. They have the highest threshold and tolerance for medication on the planet. So this dog has informed me already she's a pink poodle lady and she wants her meds. So my friend Gerald that I adore, this is going to be up to you to balance this between giving her doses that you're feeling comfortable and safe with and letting her pink cloud out.
Yeah.
Penny, what are you getting? Sorry.
Well, yes. She says, yeah, it's one of those ready, not ready things.
Ready, not ready?
Ready, not ready. Yep. Oh. I can put any minute, but not really. She also, I would say she also likes to make you feel guilty that she's hurting. So be careful of that. She's a bit on the dramatic side, as all good pink poodle ladies are. And she's not ready to leave her physical body yet, except, of course, those moments when she's in too much pain. Then she wishes, she's good with it. So keep that in mind.
Oh, she's saying you're going to know when she needs a little extra dose. Because she gets really grouchy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, or just withdrawn. If she's not the type to be snippy or snarly, then just the times when she seems very quiet, very still, very withdrawn and not interacting, that could be her way of demonstrating to you that she's feeling discomfort. Does she have a heating pad? Does she like heat? I got the heating pad thing, rolling into winter months. She's talking about a heating pad that she could be on top of, not covered up in, something that she could just kind of come and go, a little spot with a little heat to it. She can just come and go as she pleases if she needs.
And there's
winter.
And there's little beds you can get them that use their own heat, that if you don't want something that plugs in, that uses their own body heat to help keep them warm. And
boy, she is a little worker. She's telling me that she shouldn't have to go outside to piddle, that they make pads for that. She doesn't like the cold. She's a little bit of a worker, isn't she?
Yeah, and you really have to watch how they do in the winter, because a lot of dogs tell me that, she doesn't say it's her last, but she's contemplating it, just so you know. She's a bit dramatic too.
There we go.
There you go.
Right. So yeah, don't let the drama, don't let her Gloria Swanson routine
influence you too wholeheartedly.
Thanks for being there, Tana. Thank you. Yeah, she gets her meds safely. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's okay. They're allowed to. The loves of our lives.
Mm-hmm. So, and well, the key is there's like a 3-day key here, Gerald. When you can tell when she will be physically ready to go is when she is consistent in her behavior of not wanting to interact, eat, do anything, go anywhere for longer than 3 days. Because that's like her tolerance. She says she
Oh,
handle feeling poorly. Most dogs are like that. It's like 2-3 days. It's a small window of time. They don't want to feel like they don't want to feel like this amount of pain or this amount of whatever they're feeling is going to be forever. There's a tolerance and a limit. And she says that you will let her know.
yes.
You will know this.
Okay, we had another question up here. Oh, wait. Rosemarie said, thank you so much.
Okay.
Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Viviani wished Allie, hope you're feeling better. And so here, Thelma says, I have an aquatic turtle. Her name is Turtle Girl. Does she have anything to say about her life or her needs? I love her. What else can I do to make her happy?
Bigger enclosure.
I almost blurted it out when I read aquatic turtle. I almost blurted it out. Bigger.
That's all I got to.
Bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting, okay, water quality is acceptable. Food level and type is acceptable. Human interaction is acceptable, although it feels like maybe you want to interact with her more than she absolutely needs.
Yeah.
But she understands that it's a symbiotic relationship. So you need interaction for you to feel,
Well, and she's specific about her enclosure. There needs to be things to stimulate her brain in her enclosure so that she feels like it's a more natural
habitat.
Natural habitat, because she's feeling a little out of sorts too, because it doesn't feel like home to her. So do some research about what her natural habitat looks like. And because I'm getting she needs like some greenery or something to hide. There's like, she needs some hidey holes and things like that.
Some hidey holes and like below and above, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Below and above, the water line and the top of the enclosure should have enough distance between it that there could be like a little floaty something up there that she can climb up on every now and then.
Rocks. She needs some rocks, and she wants to be able to bask bask outside the water, maybe under a heat lampish type thing.
But also, I got the same thing about underneath too. A little hidey hole, like a little dark spot where she could be completely, completely hidden kind of thing.
Like rocky,
and then I got this scary thing of, if she's completely hidden, how will I know if she's still alive? I heard that loud and clear, but that's going to be a trust on that one, because the first thing she told me was water quality was good, food type and quality was good. So you're doing the right things. You're doing the right things. Hope that makes sense. Let's see. Let me get down here.
And as usual, more treats.
And as usual, more treats. That's so funny. Let me look down here. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, I can't do that, or I want her not to be alone. How? I don't understand.
Well, buy another turtle, but I don't know if she necessarily wants a friend.
I don't get that it's a friend so much as just
it's habitat.
Yeah. I can't do that, or don't know how. Well, if she's in a tank, a slightly larger tank, and maybe just some different plants and a couple of little features within it, that might be all that we need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there was another question up here. What time? 7:04. Okay, let's do Viviani's question. That'll be our last one.
Yep.
So one of us isn't late to work. Okay. Cats Irwin, who's a great tabby, and Bedford, who is white with blue eyes, want me to know. Thank you. Wow, I just got this simultaneous, like, two animals that were sleeping and looked up like, uh, uh, why are they waking us up right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they waking us up right now?
All I hear is the song "Don't Give Up on Me, Baby." Dun 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 dun.
Don't give up on me, babe. Is one that John Travolta?
I don't know. Like, I haven't heard that song since the 60s or 70s. It's like, want you to know.
Yeah, it's like they're both being roused. Okay, so hold on. They're waking up for me. So let me see. Let me ask them if there's anything. They're consulting one another here, mentally, spiritually, playing. Is there anything? They're comfortable where their relationship is. So I don't know if this is like their best buddies or even if it's like um, um, when they're squared off in neutral corners, and they're not they don't physically come close to each other that much. I don't know which one this is, but they're saying they're comfortable with their relationships. It's kind of a status quo thing. They see no need to change anything. They don't need help with their cat relationship between the two of them.
Yeah.
Um, they
And one of them says, just simply do more of what you love.
I got that they want their food bowls to be in separate areas.
Well,
yeah.
You got one that's giving you practicals, and I got one that's giving spiritual. This is so funny.
That is funny. Yeah, I have one.
It's yeah, and it's like, yeah, do more of what you love. It's really important. Do more of what you love and less of what you don't like. Really.
Well, that totally makes sense for the way they came in together. Initially, was like, huh, what? Huh? Like they were sound asleep, and somebody started petting them, and they're like, what? Huh? Yeah.
Why are you disturbing us? Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah. So, okay, well, the cat that I'm talking to is just expanding about their relationships. That their relationship is fine, but one of them wants to have a private area for each. And this comes down to the food bowl. This comes down to the toileting thing. That one of these cats would prefer more distance between the two. I have a feeling that it's Irwin. That Bedford may rely on Irwin a little bit more, and Irwin may. I could have it flip flop. That happens a lot with me. Things will come in exactly backwards. But one of these cats wishes for a little bit more privacy sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. And that's the only change that they would want to make is a little bit of privacy. This cat says, I know I've got it good. I'm not complaining, but you guys asked, and I'm just telling you. So let me go down here, see what's going on in the comments. Irwin is a character. Bedford loves attention all the time. Okay, that makes sense. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, Bedford's is your spiritual advisor. We'll tell you.
Totally makes sense. Yeah, totally makes sense. Okay, here we go. I have two other cats. I keep the females together and the males together when I feed them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. I have 3. They all eat in different areas in the kitchen. It's just the way it is.
You're very welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make sure that I put this in. I don't think I popped that up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it might
Yeah.
be. It might be. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
tough.
you're welcome, Gerald. You're very welcome. Yeah, and so it's 10 past. So
Yes, Gerald, keep in mind they never want to ruin the holidays for you. Keep that in mind.
yeah.
They don't want the holidays to be about, the anniversary of their passing. That's not what they wish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even though she would be just as happy as if the tree was her shrine. There we go.
The tree was her shrine to her. Next year's tree can be her shrine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, so thank you everyone who came and popped in to visit with us. I really do appreciate everybody we have 7 people viewing now, which is wonderful because it's just been so sporadic that I've been doing lives lately. And so I truly appreciate all of you, each and every one of you that's been in with us with the chat. Wait, hang on. Wait, we've got one more comment. Have an Amazon wish list. I don't even know what that is. Do you know what it is? I don't know what it is.
I have a wish list, but I think mine's private.
Well, I mean, is that different from things in your shopping cart on hold?
Yeah, it is. It is different.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it is. So I guess that tells you what.
I really don't have one. I think I emptied my wish list a long time ago.
Yeah. No, the only thing I have on Amazon is my book called You Are Gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So anyway, so I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and joining us today. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Penny. It's always,
always a good time, Betsy.
Sisters. Yeah, nobody gets you like your sisters.
Exactly.
Oh, Viviani, here we go. Create a wish list. Oh,
well, you know what I say for a wish list. I can tell you this. All I ever ask for people is if you you like to send a gift. Well, send a gift to your local shelter for me.
Absolutely.
Take a bag of food and some Walmart blankets, whatever. Take stuff to the shelters.
Penny does a lot of work with animal rescues. I'm a food bank girl. I live in a place where there's a lot of food insecurity. Wait, that's every place.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm. So absolutely, yeah. Yep. That would be awesome.
My fondest wish is you donate to your local community to let those where it.
Keep it local. Keep it local instead of the United Way, which it could go anywhere. Keep it local. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, well, Viviani, she says she's a shelter volunteer. Awesome.
I get it.
Thank you.
Got my
thank you. The critters, thank you too.
Yep.
Yeah.
We love it.
All righty, gang. That said, thanks so much. And we will try again. We'll try and get 2 months in a row for Psychic Sisters First Friday, coming up the first Friday of November. I will be on Jonathan Daly's channel on the 4th Tuesday of the month. And other than that, I don't have anything booked yet, but you never know. But yes, I have a YouTube channel. Go shoot over there and hit the playlist to find all the stuff in there if it's not on the homepage.
Well, you've got a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff on there.
There's a lot of fun stuff there. And if you're developing your psychic abilities, Betsy has stuff on there.
Yeah, I do a walkthrough of my book on there. So that'll help. Hopefully. Well, it'll help me because it's not in my head anymore. It's out there. It's out in the other world, so I don't have to twirl on it. Yeah. Yep. Okay, everyone, have a great Friday. Happy Aloha Friday. And I always have to say it. A hooey ho. I can't make that. I can't. Why am I doing that? I can't do a shaka. I can't throw a shaka this morning. A hooey ho, everybody.
Blessings from the Northwest, folks. Bye-bye.